Hello everyone. I'm back with a very rare these days read with me. For today's little session, I am reading from Alison Espach's The Wedding People. I've been enjoying this book so far, and I hope that you will enjoy with me. Maybe it should be embarrassing to talk like this, to be so sincere in the middle of a hotel hallway at 5 in the evening, but Gary doesn't seem embarrassed about it. Maybe one becomes comfortable with sincerity when they listen to people talk about their own shit with the utmost seriousness. He spends his days in a small room where people can only ever live or die. He is the one trusted to telling people the absolute truth about their assholes, not to mention their fates. Whereas Phoebe was trained in the depressive school of her father, and then the snark of graduate school, taught to poke holes in everyone's arguments, to see the fatal flaws in papers, and it had been exciting for a short period of time. For Matthews to claim that Jane Eyre is or is not a feminist text is to misunderstand what feminism is, Phoebe wrote in her one published paper. She had been proud when it came out, but then for months after she had a sour taste in her mouth, like she had put something rotten out into the world, and every time she worked on her book, she felt like she was just waiting for a critic to point out the ways it was spoiled. Who cares how many times Jane Eyre goes walking? How can Stone claim the natural world is both a domestic space and a public space at the same time? And how does the freedom Eyre experiences on those walks with Rochester not contradict Stone's earlier claim that Jane is trapped in the unnatural world of a man's making? That's usually when Phoebe stopped working on her book and picked up a cigarette. Phoebe prefers this new way of talking, and maybe this is just one of the really nice things about getting older. Maybe this is the part of her life when she gets to start saying what she means, for better or worse. Because no amount of truth can be worse than the feeling she got after years of hiding from it. Thank you for saying that, Phoebe says. Will we see you at the reception then? Gary says so awkwardly that it feels like it's the end of a date. And how easy it would be if it were the end of a date. How nice it would feel to lean forward and kiss him. But it's not a date. Lila's coming down the hall. Lila belongs to Gary, and Gary belongs to Lila, and Phoebe belongs to no one. No, Phoebe says. Like I said, I'm really not part of the wedding. Take care then, Gary says. He gives her a long, hard look, like he knows this will be the last time they ever see each other. Bye, she says. In the room, Phoebe feels disappointed to return to the facts of her own life, to the night she will spend in the roaring 20s all alone. Not to mention the life she will spend alone. And why does she do this? Why does she have a nice day with people, feel connected to them, and then, when alone, think only about the possible horrors of her isolation ahead? You catastrophize, her therapist said to her once. Depressive realism. She knows that, yet her thoughts still have power over her anyway. They make her feel pinned to the checkered rug, to her solitary existence. She thinks she should probably call a new therapist, but she still has this feeling that she is outside of time. She is supposed to be dead, and she's not. It helps every time she remembers she's living in some kind of bonus afterlife where she has a view of the ocean and a man named Carlson who shows up at sunset to turn down the room. Turn down? Phoebe asks. Get you ready for the night, Carlson says. That's a service you provide here? Phoebe imagines Carlson pulling down her sheets, tucking her in like her father once had, telling Phoebe sweet things about the universe like her husband used to, petting her head as she drifts off into a sleep with no dreams. Yes, Carlson says. We are so sorry to have suspended it for the reception last night. Phoebe watches Carlson turn down the room. Lower the shades, turn on the lights, fluff the coconut pillow, pull the bed sheet down. It is nice, this ritual. She likes that there is a specific phrase for it, this turning down of the room, this recognition that night is something we must prepare for, because the night is hard. Usually the worst time of day for Phoebe, when the depression surfaces like a cyst. Her therapist suggested that maybe it was body related, maybe she just had a sugar deficiency, and maybe she would be happier if she ate 6 snacks a day. But she started to eat 6 snacks a day, and the sun would begin to set, and she would look at her husband's shoes still by the door, and she sobbed so loudly in the empty kitchen that it scared her. She would crawl into bed and think of all the different women she could have become, all the different ways better women end their days. How did Mia end her day? She didn't know why the end of each day always felt like such a test, but it did. It felt like a rehearsal for the end of life, which did not bode well for her, because Phoebe often did it with a drink in her hand, watching endless episodes of some period drama. Phoebe turned on all the lights at home, and then her TV, and lowered the woofer because the sounds of the British Rifles were too realistic. Anything else you need? Carlson asked. It is nice the way everyone here keeps asking this, even if it's just their job. Each time feels like another chance to practice asking for what she needs, something that used to be so difficult for Phoebe. I need to go on that vacation in March, she should have said. I need you to tell me that you love me more often, right now, she should have said. But it felt humiliating, because her husband needed nothing. He was always so busy, so totally fine, always walking out the door with a million papers in his hand. But Carlson waits, gives Phoebe time to think, looks at her as if he really wants to help. And maybe he does. I need a phone charger, Phoebe says. Sure thing, he says. Anything else? And a drain stopper for the tub. Absolutely, Carlson says. I'll be right back. You're not going to CVS, right? She asks. He laughs. No, just downstairs. She likes his southern drawl and wonders if, like Pauline, he sounds nicer than he is. But she suspects this is true of most people, especially herself. Because Phoebe was not nice. No, Phoebe was just trying very hard to be liked, even by Mia and her husband, even after the affair. She behaved like she was a very nice woman in an Ibsen play, waiting for the audience to clap or turn on her at any moment, to declare her a terrible woman or a great woman. But in her fantasies, she didn't think nice things. She always wished bad things for them both. Here you go, Carlson says when he returns, and presents the drain stopper and the phone charger on the brass platter. This time, she actually laughs. These brass platters are funny, Phoebe says. We have to do it, he says, and smiles. Where are you from? Georgia, but I'm coming up from South Carolina, he says. He works at their resort down there. He's just here to offer some help as they get settled again after COVID. We're short-staffed. Well, thank you for your service, she says. And it's so overly formal, it makes him laugh. He does a grand bow. You're welcome, my dear. Now you enjoy your evening. How does one enjoy an evening? She charges her phone. She puts on the fluffy robe. She fills the Victorian tub. She lets out her hair, combs it with the softest brush she has ever felt as the sky turns pink. She steps in the warm water, 1 foot at a time. She opens Mrs. Dalloway. She makes it to Septimus' suicide, and then she reads on until the water gets cold. She turns on the hot water again and begins to wash. She picks up the shower head, and washing is less romantic than it appears it would be in a tub with vintage brass hardware. She goes to wet her hair and sprays water all over the floor by accident. Shit, she says. Eventually, she gives up trying to bathe beautifully in this tub. She gives up trying to feel like she's in a painting. She doesn't have to be beautiful in this moment. She doesn't have to be anything, ever. Her husband is not watching. Her father is not watching. Nobody was ever really watching except Phoebe. Phoebe was the only person waiting in the dark to condemn herself for every single thing when the day was over. Can you take a different approach? Her therapist asked her. Can you sometimes just try to love what you hate about yourself? She didn't understand this question at the time. She didn't understand how she could love herself. She didn't understand what people even meant when they said they loved themselves. She honestly didn't believe them. How could you love yourself? How could you love yourself when you know every single horrible thing you've ever thought? When you end most nights fantasizing about your husband fucking his mistress against the wall. And sometimes, Phoebe is in the fantasy too. Phoebe is there to watch, to tell her husband he must do it harder and harder and harder. It's sick, Phoebe told her therapist. Why does it have to be sick, he asked. Why can't it just be you wanting to be a part of it? Okay, so it's sick and pathetic, Phoebe said. It's not pathetic to want things, Phoebe, he said. It's good. It's not good to want that. But now she can understand what he was trying to tell her. It is good to want things, even the humiliating things, even the things you aren't supposed to want, like Gary, the groom. Because every time she thinks of sitting in that hot tub with Gary, she feels so lucky to be alive. She can't believe she almost missed the chance to meet him. She can't believe she almost threw her body away. This beautiful body, she thinks, and runs her fingers over the soft fuzz of hair that has grown on her legs, the scar on her knee, her breasts sticking out of the water like two smooth and ancient rocks in the ocean. And it turns her on a little, just looking at her breasts, so she starts to touch herself. She always thought it was a myth, all these water orgasms women were having in movies, but she can feel herself get close, feel her whole body begin to shake when the door opens. Phoebe, Lila shouts as she walks in. Jesus, Phoebe says, sitting up so fast, water spills over the edges. She's flesh from the water, in the heat of being caught. But Lila only notices the soaked phone on the ground. I'm going to awkwardly end things there. Hopefully you enjoyed this short little read with me. Hopefully you pick up the book because it is, so far, it has been worth reading. Thank you so much for sitting with me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week and that you will continue to be kind to yourselves and one another.